There's a specific look in someone's eyes when they've seen too much, too soon. Psychologists call it dissociation from childhood, but if you've lived it, you know it as something else entirely, that constant feeling of being an adult trapped in a child's timeline. A 2023 study from Harvard Center on the Developing Child found that children who experience parentification show brain activity patterns similar to soldiers returning from combat. Their amygdala, the fear center, never quite learns to turn off. But here's what most people miss: growing up too fast doesn't just steal your childhood. It rewires how you'll experience love, trust, and safety for the rest of your life. Let me paint you a picture that might feel uncomfortably familiar. You're 8 years old, but you're the one checking if there's food in the fridge. You're 10, mediating your parents' arguments with the emotional intelligence of a therapist. You're 12, and while other kids worry about homework, you're calculating if there's enough money for rent. Dr. Jennifer Freyd at the University of Oregon calls this adaptive hyperresponsibility, and it creates what she describes as a paradox. These children become exceptionally capable while simultaneously feeling like they're constantly failing. The brain doesn't wait for you to be ready. When a child is forced into adult roles, their prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making, develops faster, but at a cost. The limbic system, which processes emotions and creates memories of joy, gets partially suppressed. Think of it like a tree that's forced to grow in darkness. It reaches desperately upward toward any light, but its roots never develop properly. But here's where it gets truly complex, and why so many people who grew up too fast struggle to recognize their own trauma. They were often really good at it. Teachers praised their maturity. Adults called them bold souls. They learned to wear responsibility like armor, and the world rewarded them for it. Columbia University's research on adverse childhood experiences shows that high-achieving individuals who experienced early parentification often describe a specific kind of loneliness, not from being alone, but from never being allowed to be the child in the room. This creates a psychological pattern that therapists are only now beginning to fully understand. These individuals develop what's called compulsive competence, an inability to ask for help, even when drowning. Their nervous system learned a devastating lesson: vulnerability equals danger. Safety only comes through control. And perhaps most painfully, rest feels like failure. A 2024 study in the Journal of Traumatic Stress found that adults with childhood parentification have a 73% higher rate of burnout in their 30s, not because they can't handle stress, but because they never learned they shouldn't have to carry everything alone. Understanding this isn't about blame, it's about breaking the cycle. Your hyperindependence wasn't strength, it was survival. And recognizing that difference is where healing actually begins. You weren't born serious. You were taught that seriousness kept you safe. But that 8-year-old who learned to parent themselves, they're still inside you, finally ready to just be a kid.